This is the Lance Whitaker Voice in Motion YouTube channel, home of comprehensive Caribbean horse racing coverage and more. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.
This is Lance at the Track, covering top stories in the sport of kings. Imaging and Intervention Associates offers a full range of advanced imaging services, CT scans, x-rays, ultrasounds, mammograms, and more to support your health journey. IIA, located at 8 Ocean Boulevard, Waterfront, downtown Kingston, Jamaica. Coming up in this week's show, powered by IIA. The Warrior Chief, Dane Nelson, non-stoppable in the weekend's main races at Jamaica's Caymanas Park, riding the Ahwhofah Sprint and Charles Hussey OD Trophy race winners. Teenage rider Kimari Blackett skillfully steers the favorite home in Saturday's Christmas Sprint feature at the Garrison Savannah in Barbados. And as Canada's Woodbine 2025 season closes, we look at the year's top Caribbean performers there, led by a Barbadian trio, all securing top 10 spots in the championship standings. Plus the usual statistical update on Caribbean victories overseas. Our opening story coming from Jamaica, where there was a 2-day weekend schedule. Saturday's richest event at Caymanas Park, the Ahwhofah Sprint, run in honor of the 2009 Horse of the Year and mother of the great racer, She's a Man-Eater. A 7-horse field for the trip over 6 furlongs with champion jockey Radish Roman aboard the speedy favourite Zulu Warrior for trainer Adrian Prince. 4-5 the odds on Zulu Warrior in the 2 box, coming off a win and 2 close second place finishes in his last 3 starts. Number 3, Teflon Don, is at 6-1. Shooting Star, after 2 straight wins, up against higher level horses here, so is at 8-1. Number 7, Atlantic Convoy, is a 3-2 second favourite in the hands of Dane Nelson, the reigning Central Mile champion jockey in Alberta, Canada. The outsider in the field at 24-1 is Laban, who was the 2021 Ahwhofah Sprint winner, then with Abigail Abel riding. Here's ace commentator Bran Rickman's race call.
They're off. Major Danger steps off a beat slow. A Zulu Warrior grabs an early lead under the pump and goes for that as they flash toward the 5. Miniature Man is 3.5 to 4 lengths back, racing in second. Teflon Don and Atlantic Convoy team up, Laban in behind them. Major Danger making some ground, and Shooting Star trails a small field as they arrive at the half mile and go sprinting into the turn for home. A Zulu Warrior guides them along with a 5-length advantage, attempting to steal it. Atlantic Convoy and Miniature Man hooked up together. Major Danger has made progress, possibly 6 or 7 off that lead as they leave the 3. A break back to Teflon Don, joined by Laban, and Shooting Star remains last of the 7. They're coming into the top of the lane at the quarter pole, and still Zulu Warrior holds on to the advantage, now being shaken up. Here is Miniature Man and Atlantic Convoy kicking in on the outside. Over against the rail, that's Major Danger. Zulu Warrior under pressure. Atlantic Convoy and Miniature Man applying it vice-like. On the rail, that's Major Danger. Zulu Warrior continuing to cling on to the lead. Atlantic Convoy driven out on the outside, gets the nose in front. Zulu Warrior under a drive, fighting back, but Atlantic Convoy takes the Ahwhofah Sprint.
4-time Jamaica champion jockey Dane Nelson astride Atlantic Convoy collars the current champion rider Radish Roman in deep stretch and snatches the narrow win. Canada-bred Atlantic Convoy snaps a 10-race winless streak, and it takes the jockey that last won aboard him to get him back to the winner's enclosure. The 5-year-old's last victory was early December last year in the Bruce on the Loose Trophy with Nelson aboard on Mute Mile Day. Atlantic Convoy's 7th lifetime win this in 29 starts, scoring by a neck at 3-2 odds over the 4-5 favourite Zulu Warrior. For owner Solomon Sharp and trainer Patrick Lynch, Atlantic Convoy clocks 1 minute 14.83 seconds, going 6 furlongs. 10 runners face the starter in Sunday's feature Charles Hussey OD Trophy over 5 furlongs straight, honouring the 2-time champion jockey and Hall of Famer. Nelson aboard the favourite, another one.
To the near side, Come Home to Me in the pink is running quickly. Commander Z is there. Mac and Rome racing in behind them as they've covered the first furlong and a half. Come home to me, just the leader. Commander Z continuing to press. In behind them, that's Huntsman and McEnroe. On the far side, another one stoked up now and asked to get going as they're about to arrive at the quarter pole. They've got to catch Come Home to Me. Commander Z traveling powerfully nearest to us. On the far side, that is another one now kicking into gear, but they race toward the furlong pole. Commander Z is nearest to us. Come Home to Me in the center. Another one now looks to have struck the front inside the final furlong. It is another one being driven flat to the boards. This is a Charles Hussey OD. Another one. Commander Z now beginning to come with a late kick. Another one, and Commander Z, they've gone by. It's close.
Snatching a narrow victory here, Nelson fending off the finishing burst from 60-year-old jockey Ian Spence in yellow silks on the outside aboard Commander Z. The trend is for favourites to win this event, and here's another one. Following scores by the betting choices Emperor of the Cats, Morimoto, and Unbelievable Force in the previous 3 years. Nelson with 4 weekend winners overall, getting the job done for trainer Anthony Babanunis, who had 3 weekend wins. Another one by a nose as a 7-5 favourite over Commander Z and the 43-1 outsider Huntsman. For the 5 straight course, the winning time 58.62 seconds. That's 1/5 of a second outside the stakes record 58 2/5. That's Salvation clocked with a late Onion Mullings aboard in the first Charles Hussey Trophy race back in 2021. This also Nunes' second Charles Hussey win in 3 years after Morimoto's victory in 2023.
In Barbados Saturday, the Christmas Sprint Handicap was the main event at the Garza Savannah. The favourite going in, Dr. B, on a 3-race winning streak. Dr. B was judged pre-race as the best turned-out horse for the 5.5 furlong run.
Among his rivals in competitive betting was last year's Midsummer Classic winner Showtime. Dr. B, with teenaged apprentice rider Kamari Blackett aboard, is 4th here, early stalking the leaders.
So it's simmered down now who goes to the lead, and establishes the lead there now by about 2 lengths. Delicia's Angel is in second. Emperor's on the outside in third. Then they're followed by Dr. B, your favorite, who is just about a length on top of Showtime. Then comes Valiant and Invictus at the back of Affairs. That's the way they race as they pass the 3 furlong pole, and it is simmered down. Who's still in front by that? Still 2 lengths. In second position is Delicia's Angel. Emperor's now coming with a good run. Dr. B is also in contention. Then closing ground on the outside is Valiant, and Invictus will have quite a bit of work to do as they race with just about a furlong and a half to travel. 25 flat for the opening quarter, 48 for the out, and then they come deep stretch on the outside. Valiant is closing with every strike. Dr. B picks it up. Dr. B, and here comes Valiant. Valiant and Dr. B. Dr. B and Valiant. Here's the wire. Dr. B and Valiant go by together.
Neil Gill on commentary. Great composure shown by the 17-year-old apprentice Blackett on the inside aboard Dr. B, fending off the outside challenge of 6-time champion jockey Rashid Hughes aboard Valiant. It wasn't too easy, but Dr. B logs his 4th straight win as a 7-5 favourite for owner and trainer Roger Paravicino, edging the 2-1 bet Valiant by a short head. The winning time 1 minute 7.20 seconds for 5.5 furlongs.
In Guyana, the Port Moran Turf Club hosted Sunday's showdown of champions race meet featuring some of the best horses in the country. And no surprise, a tense finish for the fans.
Local champion jockey Colin Ross on the rail aboard Anthem King, edging XTNT champion jockey Brand Boodram Singh in a tight finish. This 4-year-old gelding Anthem King had a win at Turfway Park in Kentucky in March last year for his only victory from 11 starts in the USA. This is first win since shipping to Guyana after second place finishes in the Guyana Cup and the President's Cup. Jumbo Jet Racing Stables Anthem King wins the Showdown of Champion Stakes by a head over Retornov Story, clocking 137.11 for the 1-mile trip for trainer Mr. Roberts.
And finally, the 2025 Woodbine season in Ontario closed this past weekend, formalizing a set of top 10 finishes for Barbadian horsemen at Canada's premier racetrack.
In the Jockeys Championship, Kevin Nichols finished the season well with 4 weekend wins, the richest of them Saturday's $65,000 maiden optional claiming 6th race aboard the Filly Deu Gate to Wire.
Racing out in front is Daewoo by a length to Twist of Sugar. With a nice trail, Rose Fortune. Catching ground is Shoot on the inside, then Socially Intact. Regal Affairs picking up ground now, is about 7 off the leader on the inside, starting to hunt up the rail. Then Lot of Gems, Elliot Torek, a long gap to Velocita. Racing to the 5/16th, Daewoo by a length. Twist of Sugar second. Closing on them easily, Rose Fortune. 3.5 to Regal Affair. And as they turn for home, it is still Daewoo on the inside, just in front of Twist of Sugar. And now on the outside, poses the question is Rose Fortune. And now Regal Affair coming into the picture well. Rose Fortune trying to get Daewoo. Daewoo's in front by a length to Rose Fortune, and Regal Affair on the outside. As they come inside the final 16th, it's Daewoo kicking on from Rose Fortune, and now balancing up is Regal Affair. But Daewoo has got it won, and Kevin Nichols has gone on to steal it well. Daewoo 2 lengths to Regal Affair.
Nichols completes his best ever season in Canada, tallying 42 wins, including a victory in October's Ontario Damsel Stakes. Barbadian apprentice Giles Ford, like Nichols, also tallied 42 wins for a top 10 spot. His last victory of the season, this fine rail run aboard the Grey Gelding Heat Merchant in Sunday's starter optional, claiming 6th race. Barbadian jock sweeping the top 3 spots here, Jason Hoyt 2nd and Juan Crawford 3rd. The 21-year-old Ford here, highly fancied to be a Sovereign Award Outstanding Apprentice finalist. 2 Barbadians have won this award in the past, Ray Williams and Slade Jones. Nichols placed joint 8th in the jockeys table with horses earnings of 1.74 million Canadian dollars. Ford, who won a double at Turfway Park in Kentucky on Wednesday night, solid 2 during his first season in Canada, sharing that 8th spot with Nichols on 42 wins. Rafael Hernandez, emerging champion for the second time. Veteran Barbadian Patrick Husband still tops the money list for Caribbean jockeys at Woodbine. The 52-year-old, 14th in wins, but his mount's earnings collecting 1.85 million Canadian dollars for the 2025 season. The Woodbine Trainers Championship served up a telling story for the rising Barbadian Devon Gittins. His last win of the season coming in the November 30 allowance optional, claiming 6th race. Only 4 trainers winning more races than he did this season, including perennial champion and Hall of Famer Mark Cassey. Now, after just 9 wins in the 2024 Woodbine campaign, Gittins collects 38 victories this year to be 5th in the championship with horses earnings of over 901,000 Canadian dollars. The 40-year-old Gittins tallied 51 wins overall for his best ever season in Canada, having also raced horses at Fort Erie and Assiniboia Downs in Winnipeg, where he was a top 10 trainer this season.
Our weekly tally now of Caribbean wins in the USA and Canada. Those numbers significantly down from the average because weather cancellations affected several racetracks in North America in recent days. 30 I've counted in the past week. And among the regional winners, Rajiv Mirage, he had 2 wins at Gulfstream Park, one of them for fellow Jamaicans, trainer Matthew Williams and owner Nick Webby. The Barbadian trainer Sappy Joseph Jr. had wins at Gulfstream Park and Tampa Bay Downs. And the Barbadian jockey Rocco the Jocko Boyne, he had a Tuesday double at Mahoning Valley, one of them for Jamaica's reigning champion trainer Jason Da Costa. And I had a look this week at the entries for the Trinidad Gold Cup on Boxing Day, and guess who is entered? The outstanding Hello World, seeking to continue his amazing winning streak, presented by Imaging and Intervention Associates. This is Lance at the Track, covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.
Big jockey's agent Donovan Wilson, where's my youth? There, man. Sub-Zero, this man is responsible as agent for Castellana come riding in a Mute mile. So big man, give me a winner for the weekend on Saturday.
Yeah, me total my little thing.
Nah, man, I want to win.
First race, hit and run.
Yes.
And 9th race, the hot dancer.
Okay, wait.
Soup that.
Okay, well, you know me, I'm a gambler.
Yeah.
The viewer, them are going to gamble based on what I say.
Man, they can gamble every Christmas money, that man.
All right, sir.
This is the Lance Whitaker Voice and Motion YouTube channel, home of comprehensive Caribbean horse racing coverage and more. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.